What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch back here with another NFL Week 14 betting video. In this video, my favorite parlays, teasers, and combo bets for this week in the NFL. I told you, I'm upping my game. I'm adding more NFL betting content to the channel. We've got our favorite spread picks, we've got our favorite over-unders, and now our favorite parlays to play. In this video, I'm gonna give you an underdog parlay. I'm gonna give you a Moneyline parlay. I'm gonna give you some teaser options and any other combo bets that come from my head. Let's get rolling. Let's get going. But before we do, make sure that you do spike that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more BLV NFL betting content just like this. And also, get in that comment section and let me know what your parlay looks like for week 14. Let's get rolling. Let's get started with the Moneyline Parlay. And guys, first, I would just like to say, don't put all your money into parlays. It's a very difficult way to make money, but when you hit, it does feel really good. So that's why I'm making this video. This is the Moneyline Parlay. I really like just putting together some good favorites that I feel very confident in a Moneyline Parlay. Some short favorites, some heavy favorites. And this is a 6-play parlay here. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Buffalo Bills. I feel very good about this. In Tampa Bay, they have been awesome. Tom Brady owns the Buffalo Bills. I think their offense can really move the ball either way, through the air versus a no Tre'Davious White secondary. Running the ball with Leonard Fournette, I mean, we saw what the Patriots did to them. And then defensively, the Bucs are healthy at corner, which is absolutely fundamental to beating the Bills offense. I think they get some pressure on Allen, cause some mistakes, and win this game. Maybe even a little bit more decisive than people expect. So give me Tampa Bay. I know that's one of the more iffy ones here, on top of the New Orleans Saints, which is probably the second more iffy pick over the New York Jets, but I feel really good about the Saints, most importantly because they have an absolutely massive coaching advantage with Sean Payton over Robert Saleh and his coaching staff. Sean Payton also has his man, Alvin Kamara, back in the lineup, Teron Armstead at left tackle, and Taysom Hill at quarterback. I expect the Saints to run the ball with success, and I expect the Saints defense to dominate a young quarterback in Zach Wilson. So I like those two games. If you want to just bet them independently, it's not a bad look at 2.24. Just those two in a combo bet to win outright on the money line. That is not a bad bet in my opinion. But to put together and piece together this 16 parlay, we also have the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football at home at Lambeau Field over the Chicago Bears as heavy favorites. The Tennessee Titans to take care of business over Jacksonville at home off of a bye versus Trevor Lawrence. Their defense should dominate. The Seattle Seahawks versus a team that's quitting in the Houston Texans, favored again by over a touchdown. And the LA Chargers versus Mike Glennon, which I think anytime you bet versus Mike Glennon, you're most likely going to win. So my 16 parlay are those teams. Check that Moneyline Parlay out. Not bad odds at all. And I think that is a winner. My underdog parlay, which is a lot more difficult to hit, but when it hits, it's very exciting because you called the upset. We have the Cincinnati Bengals over the San Francisco 49ers at home getting points here. Now I'm taking the money line. Once again, this is straight money lines, baby. The Cincinnati Bengals, I like the way they're going to be able to spread the 49ers defense out, pick their matchup, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and throw the football with Joe Burrow. I don't think the finger is going to be much of an issue. He looks pretty good in practice. The Bengals defensively will not have to deal with Elijah Mitchell in this game, who's going to be out, the running back for the 49ers, which means they can put more of their resources into defending Jimmy Garoppolo in this passing game, which we've seen when the 49ers play a top 12 run defense. They have gone like 1-5 this year. They just haven't been the same offense, even though they've been very efficient. I just feel like the Bengals at home are due for one of these wins over a team of their caliber. They've disappointed us many times, but this is the matchup that I like most that they have faced. I just really like their ability to pass the ball, and I feel like their defense at home with the 49ers on the road is going to be tough for the 49ers to keep up on the scoreboard. So give me the Bengals as an underdog here to beat the 49ers. Then you have the LA Rams on Monday Night Football over the Cardinals. This is a prove-it game for the Rams. It's a big spot for the Rams. They were embarrassed by the Cardinals, quite frankly, the first time they played. But I think the big advantage the Rams have now is the fact that the Green Bay Packers with Matt LaFleur showed a recipe for how the Rams can attack the Arizona Cardinals. Matt LaFleur is friends with Sean McVay. These guys have very similar offenses and very similar schools of thought when it comes to offensive football. I feel like Sean McVay, he got the run game back on track with Sony Michel last week. I think they're going to run the ball effectively on the Cardinals just as the Packers did. I think there's things to take away from what the Packers defense did in containing Kyler Murray, using Von Miller and Leonard Floyd to do so. And I feel like life is going to be difficult for Kyler in this game if Jalen Ramsey matches up with D-Hop and takes him mostly out of the game. It's going to be tough for the Cardinals to replicate their first game success versus the Rams. And the Rams might be able to create some big plays versus an iffy cornerback group of the Cardinals. So I like potentially the road team going into Monday night as an underdog and taking that one. And lastly, my third and final part of this parlay is the Atlanta Falcons and Matt Ryan taking down Cam Newton and the Panthers. I brought this up as a favorite spread play this week. The Panthers have not swept the Atlanta Falcons in 8 years, and Matt Ryan has mostly dominated this rivalry. They're currently playing the better football. I think the Panthers' offense right now is downright dreadful. So give me the Atlanta Falcons, the better coaching staff, the better quarterback as the underdog, as the third part of my underdog parlay. Atlanta, Rams, Bengals, that's your underdog parlay this week. And then lastly, the teaser options for the week. There are quite a few here that you could put together with your teaser. You've got the Atlanta Falcons plus 8.5, the Tennessee Titans. If you can get them down to 2.5, if your book has them at 8.5, that would be potentially a great way to go, which is what I gave in my spread plays, my teaser of the week. That's a way to go. But you also have, if you need an alternative, go with the Seahawks minus 2.5. Take them down from 8.5 to 2.5. Now, if it's a 7-point, it's totally different. This is just 6-point I'm speaking about. You got the Bengals potentially plus 8. I really like that at home. Or the Rams plus 8.5. There's other ways to go, but most of the time with your teasers, guys, I got to explain this, that you have to look to play through the key numbers. You have to look to play through the numbers of 3, 6, 7, and potentially 8 if you can. I really like playing teasers that way. It's the most effective way. It's the most plus EV way to play. If you're teasing games like, let's just say, the Bucs from minus 3.5 to the opposite side, it's just not a good way to play. You'd rather just take the money line or take them to cover. Like, I'm looking to get you the best way to play, the best way to bet, the most advantageous way to bet. Not necessarily all the time being winners, because the process at the end of the day is going to equal results. So that is the parlay plays of the week. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to Gronk spike that like button and subscribe for more. It's Mitch. We will see you in the next one. Enjoy the week and good luck. Peace.